We have to start today with UEFA Champions League.
We don't have the rights to the whole song.
Yeah, we can't. That's all we can play without getting in trouble. So let's start with UEFA Champions League. I mean, it kicked off yesterday, and boy, oh boy, Tuesday.
Oh, sorry, Tuesday. Yeah,
Tuesday,
yeah.
2 days ago. And already all the heavy hitters, all the big clubs that are finally back in Champions League. We were all excited. Manchester United, Arsenal, Union Berlin.
Yeah, all the world's greatest clubs. Looking at you, Braga.
Okay, we were all waiting for it.
We said this just Wednesdays don't feel right. Tuesdays and Wednesdays don't feel right without a little bit of Braga.
But look, it already started with a lot of controversy. I mean, we'll get to the Arsenal.
What's the controversy?
Goalkeeper controversy with Arsenal?
No, it's not. With Arsenal?
Yeah, David Raya is not the guy who's normally been between
That's
the
not
sticks.
a lot of controversy, bro. There's a reason we went and signed Homie.
I don't know.
And that's so he can play in these competitions. There's no controversy. Step your game up, Ramsdale.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I honestly agree with Alexis. I think David Raya is way better than Aaron Ramsdale.
Oh, that's a bold statement.
I did not say that. So you did not agree with me.
I agree with the sentiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alexis. Mike is agreeing with Alexis
Mike's
in
like,
saying that Aaron Ramsdale's garbage and crap, doesn't deserve to put the gloves on.
Mike's like, I agree with Alexis. We should kill the president of the United. We're like, no one said that, dude.
My bad. Too far.
I was so severely misquoted.
I swear to you, that was not what I said. I'm just as upset as all of you.
So we'll get to that in a bit. But obviously, I think the marquee game was Bayern Munich against Manchester United. And
It was so marquee that both back lines just stood there and watched.
they were like, wow, I can't believe I got a ticket to this.
Look how close I am. Should I get a bib?
No, this
being out here?
This game is the score line is very misleading, right? It was
really.
4-3. No, it was.
It's really not.
Bayern completely dominated this game.
Yeah,
and
in the front 2/3 of the field. Their back line wild sus as well.
I wouldn't go that far. I think these were fluky goals. The first Casemiro goal on the ground
while laying there, getting painted like one of the French girls.
My man, it was a romantic goal. My man was yes, I thought he was on the the physio table.
Yeah, dude, he was laying there like, baby, come to me. Oh, look, a goal.
No, he was screaming basket. Right on the ground there. It was
he's so excited
I don't know,
for the Larry Nance Jr. interview.
Larry Nance Jr.
Yeah, he's just excited for Larry Nance.
But so the fluky goals, even the
Hoyland goal.
No, Bruno, the set piece, the Casemiro goal, the header, but it all just like it even seemed like the Casemiro scored that goal, and I thought nobody touched the ball.
It looked like an Olympic goal.
Yeah. So fluky goals, in my opinion, towards the end that kind of made it look like Manchester United were really in this when they 100% were not. And then the Onana mistake ends up being. He gets blamed for giving up that goal.
I mean, to some degree, he did kind of set the stage. He set the pace.
Set the tone.
The tone is the word I was looking for. I said so many other words. But
set the pace was like a pace car would.
Junior. This is not gonna go away.
This is a NASCAR pod.
Yeah, this is not gonna go away. Just so y'all know.
Okay, we'll be talking F1 next week.
Yeah, this whole thing.
We got to learn some of the names because they're very French, but we'll get there.
Louis Hamilton. I know that's an English guy, but
well, yeah, okay. We'll get a new fan base. It's all good.
How about Laurence, Nance, Junior?
No, Nant's a great club in France.
You
Anyway.
can't say that. That means something terrible in England.
What? Nantes. Nantes.
No. Yeah. Anyway, well,
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's a colloquialism. We use. You better call. They're called cigarettes.
Yeah.
Call them cigarettes.
Oh no, that's not the word. It's something worse. I'll tell you later. But yeah, you don't want to be called that. You don't want to be called Larry Nance Jr. in England. For me, this game was the inability for Bayern Munich to completely sort of take control of the match
Defensively.
Yeah, I mean, as much as they absolutely were, they were the ones pulling the strings.
Yeah.
Still, man, to let Manchester United score 3. I mean, the talk of the game is going to be Onana letting that first goal go in, barely having his hands on it, making a lot of mistakes. He's making a lot of mistakes in goal for Manchester United. Unfortunately, this is taking the focus away from, I think, some of the mistakes that Ten Hag and some of the other stuff, some of the other players have made. But, oh, my God, Onana did not look good. And at the end of the game, he certainly was like, yo, I need to take ownership of it.
Which is kind of refreshing to see.
Harry Maguire was like, why would you do this?
What are you doing, man?
He's like, bro, direct deposit is going to hit, Papa.
You got to say it's all of them, not me.
Oh, boy, you got to walk right past that media. And you know what? Smile and wave. It really confuses them.
You got to gaslight the entire
100%.
public and let them know.
You got to make them think you good like you're walking past an X right now, bro.
But yeah, Onana did after the game, and we saw this on the CBS broadcast that Peter Schmeichel, which is also to say this to Peter Schmeichel, who was also a goalkeeper for Manchester United, and then it's just like a difficult conversation to have, and then to have it like with a peer that knows your position, that knows. You can't.
This was technically the first episode of Kicking It.
Well, you can't.
Just the man talking to his hero about his failures.
Okay, this is the prequel.
Yeah. Charlie and Henri saw this and said, I think we could do this.
But sometimes goalkeepers, because it almost feels like a different sport when we're watching them, and the skills required to be a good goalkeeper are very different from the rest of the other 10 players on your team.
I think the first one is a little
Yeah, you gotta be a little loose.
You gotta be a little screwy up top. You know what I mean?
We've always said this. Whenever we have goalkeepers on the show, we're always just like, bro, why'd you do this? This is a ridiculous career path.
It's also like a different tone. You have other players on there like, yeah, I just finished in the gym. Goalkeepers are like, woo! It's like a very different.
All right, Ric Flair.
I know, damn, bro. You know it's early where you are,
so,
right?
But there's a skill in sometimes when you're speaking to a journalist that you can throw in big words about your position that they wouldn't really understand.
Confuse them with the technicalities,
angles, and foot positioning, and complicated stuff like that.
Say things like trajectory,
and they'll be like, "Wow, this guy's really." I mean, yes, he's owning the mistake, but he's like, "Yo,
he's also a quantum physics scientist."
So, but when you say it to Peter Schmeichel, you can't. There's nothing he's not gonna. You're not gonna confuse him.
You can't finesse the finesser, dude.
So this is why this is impressive from Onana, because here are his comments.
It's time to accept and be responsible for everything. We are big men, not easy situation. Work hard and keep believing, because we are Manchester United, and we have to be able to go everywhere, try to do our best. Of course, shit happen in life, but I think that mistake cost us the victories. Because of me, we didn't win today.
Okay. You literally answered every one of my questions, so thank you very much for that, and thank you for coming in and talking about it.
That's my favorite part.
He's like, all right, well, that's all I had.
Because I was gonna roast you a little bit, but you roasted yourself.
Yeah.
So this is like B Rabbit in 8 Mile.
He pulled an 8 Mile.
He pulled an 8 Mile. He's like, there's nothing you can say to me that I haven't said to myself.
He said, yo, I was batting gold. Cheddar Bob shot himself in the dick. There's nothing. It's over, bro.
So props to Onana for doing this right in front of obviously one of the greatest Manchester United goalkeepers in Peter Schmeichel. But look, accept the responsibility. Yeah, the goal that he gave up was just really, really poor, and it's just like, bro, what do you?
It was a pass from Leroy Sané.
Yeah.
There was no power behind it whatsoever.
I wouldn't say there's no power.
There was zero power behind it.
For a keeper of his caliber, who was just in the Champions League final a couple months ago, to give up a goal like that, and after such a huge transfer, they spent a ton of money on him. It just, yeah. I mean, it's just there's not much you can say, and he just accept full responsibility. But there has to be some kind of explanation of why is he giving up goals like that.
I mean, to me, it's a bit of an embarrassment, but I think this is like a window into what's going on at Manchester United.
Sure, yeah.
Where nothing seems to be going right. I think the one positive that I would be able to take from it, I said on the show this morning, I'm like, you walk away with, you hung 3 on Bayern in their own house, which is not an easy thing to do.
Right.
And you still walk out with more questions than answers. There's no positives. Maybe the one positive is, I think Rashford showed you a little something. He had a lot of composure. He's built for this level, which tells me y'all need to sell Rashford. Free Rashford, bro.
Look, send him to a good home.
Yo, dog. Look, I'm not saying you the problem, but he deserves better than you.
So yeah, look. Again, I think that the score line is incredibly misleading. I still think there's just a lot of issues. And then the weird comment from Erik ten Hag about Alphonso Davies. Why is Alphonso Davies catching strays?
What did he say?
He said that Alphonso Davies is not a good defender. Why even say that?
Before the game, too. Not after the game. Before the game started.
This is before the game. Bro.
Can we just click on FOMOB? I want to see what score they gave Alphonso Davies. All right, not great at 6.5, but I mean, the whole back line was bad, but damn.
I mean, look at the other fullbacks of Manchester United.
Let me get there. I'm going to go down the 4. Delo, 5.8. Lindelof, 5.8. Martinez, 5.9. Reguilon, 5.3. So you know what this tells me? Erik ten Hag said Alphonso Davies is a bad defender, which means Erik ten Hag wants to buy Alphonso Davies.
Yeah, dude.
That's the thing. He wants to.
That was the pitch.
Interesting.
He said,
Interesting
you
strategy.
so bad. You so bad at what you do. I need you.
You fit
on
perfectly.
my team, bro.
I have a vision for you, and it's you hugging me after we've given up a ton of goals.
What if we gave up a 5-piece to Brighton? How would you feel about being on the pitch for that?
What a wild statement. Look, if you're Erik ten Hag, you got to keep every defender's name out your mouth.
Bro,
you can't be talking about anybody.
Also, especially one who's good at attacking. You know?
Alphonso Davies, and it made me think. I'm like, okay, this guy is a he's a manager. He managed Ajax. It's a very successful through very successful campaigns. I'm like, what does he know? Is Alphonso? I mean, and then I have like a soft spot for Alphonso Davies, not only because
he came through MLS.
Yeah, he's obviously my favorite rapper.
Right. Bars, kick out bars.
We've seen it. But then I start thinking, I'm like, he is a converted winger to a fullback.
I mean, he's barely a defender. He's a defender because he could get back so fast.
Yeah, exactly. And
he's being asked to be up front. You know what I mean? He
is, and that's does his speed kind of mask his defensive issues. And I'm like, but there's not many moments. I don't really remember Davies getting like humiliated by team. He played
the only time was when we were there. Eintracht Frankfurt.
Oh, Eintracht against Bayern. Yeah, where they lost 5-1.
And they fired the coach Kovic after the...
Yeah.
That was the only time we had to be there.
I guess that's the only game Erik ten Hag has seen.
Yeah. Maybe he was there too. Was he on the media trip? Yeah, this is bad. This is also the guy that thought Antony was good. This is the guy who thought Maguire would be good as on the team. But I know he didn't buy Maguire.
Right.
This is the guy who thought Onana was good. Well, damn.
Twitter's saying he doesn't know ball. Does Ten Hag know ball? Seems like not.
Yeah, did you get Weghorst?
I mean, he's just bringing in all his old boys that he's coached.
Yeah, I mean, he coached Antony at Ajax as well.
Like,
so,
Coach
like,
Erickson.
I mean, look, he called
Antony. He was like, "Yo, we getting paid.
This is
I'm bringing you.
The money's literally falling out of the vending machines out here. I'm telling you, bro, you gotta come through.
Look, we're only allowed to make 3 hires, but I'm telling you, bro,
yeah,
we getting money.